Hello everyone, welcome to our show today called NG 英文. My name is John Drummond or Yang Haoen.
Hello 大家好，欢迎回到我们西平方的节目 NG 英文，我是 Angela。We
have a great show for you today with our good friend Yann, who's known around the Taiwanese community as Frenchie.
是的，今天我们很幸运的邀请到了来自法国的调酒师兼 R&D 创办人之一 Yann 来到 NG 英文，跟大家聊聊他的酒吧 R&D Cocktail Lab 狮棚酒旅，以及他学中文学英文的经验分享。
But before we get to the interview with Yann and I, Angela is going to help us break down some of the cultural differences Yann spoke about, particularly about a fun little story Yann shares later in the interview where silent letters are not his best friend. Yeah. So take it away, Angela, here on NG 英文。
好的，没问题 John， 谢谢你的介绍哦。那没有错，今天我们要来跟各位讨论这个英文字母 H 它的发音。那现在就请大家赶快把你的 NG cheat sheet 这个 NG 英文专属的笔记小抄准备好，我们要开始咯。那在待会的访谈中呢，Yann会跟大家分享到说，曾经有一次在跟朋友这个互相闹来闹去开玩笑，本来是想要说 I hate you， 就是我讨厌你，我恨你，但是因为 hate，H-A-T-E 这个字开头的字母 H 在法文通常是不发音的，所以他不小心就把 I hate you 讲成 I ate you， 变成 A-T-E 的 ate， 意思就瞬间变成是我把你吃了。那其实这个 H 就是其中一个所谓的这个 silent letter 无声字母，它很调皮哦，有时候跟法文一样不发音，有时候呢又一定要发出像小时候老师教我们的这个 H、hat 这样子。所以到底哪些时候 H 要发音，什么时候又不发音呢？几个比较常见的像是 hour 小时， honest 和 honesty 诚实的和诚实， honor 荣誉，跟 heir 继承人，这些都是以 H 开头但是不发音的例子。那另外如果像是 RH 开头的话，这个 H 也是不发音哦，像是动物园里面的犀牛 Rhino 就是一个活生生的例子， R-H-I-N-O Rhino。 或者呢是在写歌写诗的时候常常会要做的这个押韵 Rhyme， 还有韵律节奏 Rhythm 也都是同样的概念， RH 开头 H 不发音。不过有一个等等大家在节目中会听到也是比较要注意的是 herb 香草药草 H-E-A-R-B herb。 以美式发音来说的话呢，它的 H 一样很没有存在感，是不发音的。但是呢如果以英式发音的角度来念，这个 H 就不再当隐形人咯，要把它叫出来念成 herb。 最后再给各位一个你们一定很熟悉的例子，像我们主持人 John 他的名字里面也有一个点点恭维隐藏版的 H， 他的名字念起来像是 J-O-N John， 但其实是 J-O-H-N。 像 H 这样子的无声字母其实很常见，虽然现在乍听之下好像有点复杂，一下要发音一下不发音的，但是其实不用担心，它不难啦，只要我们用习惯了，就很自然会知道什么时候要把音发出来，什么时候要给它消音咯。好啦，那希望刚才讲到这些呢，对你的英文学习之路有所帮助。如果有漏掉没有听到或是写下来的也不用担心，可以上我们的 YouTube 频道，随时要听几次就给它听几次。那如果大家都已经准备好了的话，我们就赶快进入今天的访谈内容，听听 Yann 他的分享吧。
All right. As always, thank you, Miss Angela Ma, for that wonderful NG 英文 breakdown. Today, my guest on the show is co-founder and lead bartender of R&D Cocktail Lab. He is a Frenchman living here in Taiwan with a passion for craftsmanship, attention to detail, and so much more. So everyone, please welcome my good friend Yann, aka Frenchie.
Hey, John. Glad to be here. Nice to see you today.
Thank you, my man. Thank you so much for joining us today on NG 英文. So I know during this time, obviously, kind of the food and beverage industry has been struggling. So how are you and all of the team at R&D doing?
那相信大家都知道，最近几个月因为肺炎疫情的关系，不少餐饮业 Food and Beverage Industry 都有受到影响。所以访谈一开始呢，这样就问到 Yann 他们团队的近况。Yann 说他们的生意的确是有受到影响。The business has taken a turn for the worse， 就是生意变得更糟。 但他说呢，能够在台湾可以继续营业，真的已经很幸福了。我们话不多说，赶快来认识认识这位法国调酒师吧。
Well, we are trying to hold up. It's true that obviously business have taken a turn for the worse, but we are blessed to be in Taiwan and we are blessed to still be open today.
Yeah, that's great. So can you backtrack a little bit with us? So first of all, what is R&D? So I just mentioned R&D, and maybe some of you picked up that are listening that is maybe a bar. But Frenchie, what is R&D?
前面有没有讲到这个 R&D？ 不过什么是 R&D 呢？它其实是 Research and Development 的缩写哦，也就是我们常听到的研发、研究、开发的意思。那因为Yann和他的团队呢，很喜欢这些调制酒类的工艺技术，想要自己真的去研发各种口味，所以干脆就把他们的酒吧取名为 R&D。那等一下这样会提到他们这间酒吧其实可以说是一间 Craft Cocktail Bar 精酿鸡尾酒吧，而且里面员工都是受过专业训练，知道什么口味跟什么酒混起来好喝。如果你哪天刚好也踏进他们的酒吧，但不知道从何喝起的话呢，别担心，只要告诉他们你喜欢什么样的味道，他们呢也都可以透过专业知识来引导你，帮你调出喜欢的饮料哦。
Well, it is a cocktail bar, and the name does stand for research and development. We are passionate about our craft, and so we literally want to spend our time researching and developing flavor into drinks.
That is well said, my man. Well said. Yeah, and I love that. It's essentially like a craft cocktail bar. Is that what you would call it under the term of a bar these days?
Yeah, definitely. Craft is at the heart of what we are doing. Like everything is crafted from beginning to end.
Yeah, and it's so wonderful because you train your staff on that knowledge of what mixes well with what, and so guests can go in there and not even really know what they want to drink, but your bartenders are so knowledgeable that they can kind of guide them along the journey.
So we do have that very flavor approach. Like you don't need to be a cocktail expert to come to R&D and enjoy a drink. As long as, tell us what you like and we'll make sure we fit a drink to your taste.
So obviously you are extremely passionate about customers feeling welcome into a new bar environment and getting used to new drinks. But where did this story begin for you? When did you get involved with kind of the food and beverage industry?
聊了这些关于他们酒吧的特色之后，现在我们要请Yann分享他当初是什么时候开始接触餐饮业的呢？Yann说他其实很早就开始了，加上他们法国人对于 Arts of the Table 对于这个所谓的法式餐桌艺术相当重视，所以一直在这方面都有概念。后来15岁的时候呢，到餐厅厨房打工，从一开始的剥菜洗碗，到后来慢慢开始做菜烹饪。那来台湾之后，某天因缘机会下来到一间酒吧工作。他说也就是从那个时候开始，让他从美食业转战酒精饮料。
I started young, being French, the art of the table is so important, and we focus on that day in and out. And when I was 15 years old, I needed, a bit of a job, a summer job, and I got into working into kitchens like that. So obviously at first, peeling vegetables and this kind of dishwashing odd jobs, but little by little, year after year, I got better. And I eventually ended up working in a full-on restaurant as a line cook. And when I got to Taiwan, I was looking for a job, and I got a chance to find a job in a cocktail bar, and that's where I took the turn from food to beverage.
Beautiful, man. I love that. Yeah. And so your first kind of bartending job here in Taiwan was at Ounce, is that correct?
接下来Yann会提到说，当时他在台湾工作的那间酒吧叫做 Ounce。那因为 cocktail 调酒算是比较偏美式的这个文化，他比较没有接触。刚开始的时候，店里面很多酒都不知道，没看过，对他来说根本就是另外一个世界。花了好一段时间才慢慢搞懂，才开始 wrapped his head around the concept。赶快来听听他的分享吧。
Yes, once I started there, so I got quite lucky to get the job there. I remember at the very beginning I was so confused, so many kind of spirit, liqueurs I didn't know. It was a whole new world. Cocktail is an American subculture. It wasn't French at all, so it took me a while to wrap my head around the concept.
And because of your time there, you met the visionaries and your team that became what is R&D today. Is that correct?
接下来Yann会提到说，当时在 Ounce 工作认识的同事呢，其实就是后来一起成立他们现在这间酒吧 R&D 的伙伴。他说那时候上班常常同事之间聊天都会聊到说，如果这间酒吧是我的话，我会怎么样做。后来有天他们聊了这些还真的变成实际行动， It became tangible， 变得不再都只是如果怎么样。怎么说呢？因为后来某天有个客人跟他们说，如果他们真的要自己出来开间酒吧的话，那他会出来投资他们的店。哇，这一听让 Yann 和同事行动力大增。后来呢，也就真的 made it happen， 就顺利产出了他们这间 R&D。
Well, my business partner and I met at Ounce. We were co-workers. And, like how it goes, you're always thinking, oh, if it were my own bar, we would be doing that. And we were having this kind of, back alley, literally in the alley in the back, this kind of conversation. And one day it all became tangible. It's actually a customer that just told us, guys, if you were to open a bar, I would invest. And what was a fantasy, suddenly became tangible, reality. And then we made it happen.
That is incredible. Now kind of looking forward into the future, hopefully all things get back to normal. What is kind of the future outlook for R&D? Do you want to expand to different locations or what is the vision?
在这段访谈中，我们要请 Yann 分享他们酒吧的 future outlook， 这个未来的展望。对未来他们有什么打算？是要展店 expand to different locations， 还是有其他计划呢？Yann 说他们的酒吧未来有很多各种不同的机会，当然展店也是其中之一，而且最后他希望可以开在海外，因为他们酒吧的宗旨是要运用当地食材、当地文化传统来创造出美味的调酒。像台湾东西就很丰富，有很多可以运用的食材和味道，所以他们也不排除尝试其他国家文化去开发不同的口味，因为研究开发正是他们 R&D 的使命。
That's always quite a hard question to answer. There is a lot of possibilities with R&D. Of course, we could open other venues. Eventually, I like to open in other countries. Our philosophy always has been use a know-how, but with local flavor, and get inspired by local tradition, local cuisine, and so Taiwan had so much to offer, and honestly, I'm not done exploring the flavors of Taiwan. But maybe because R&D is about research and development, if there were an next opus, it would make sense to have it within a different culture, within a different country. But I'm not willing to leave Taiwan quite yet.
I hear you, my man. You know, you said something really cool right there, and how much you're trying to work with flavors of Taiwan. So as we kind of are finishing up spring now and moving into summer, what fruits are you kind of focusing on using now around Taiwan?
前面Yann提到说他们酒吧的宗旨呢是要好好运用当地食材来为大家创造出美味的调酒。那像现在我们在台湾这个春天差不多已经快结束了嘛，那已经慢慢进入夏天了，他们都主要是用哪些水果嘞？Yann说其中一个他很爱的就是 watermelon 西瓜，因为它口感清爽，只要加一些酸甜调味，就是一杯 refreshing 一杯清凉消暑的西瓜特调。而且你们知道吗？他们很多调酒的成分材料都是自己调制而成的哦，他们 make the ingredients in the house， 因为记得吗？他们 R&D 的使命就是要使用最原始没有加工过的材料，像是水果啦 fruits 香料 spices 香草 herbs 这些来调配研发出一杯好喝的鸡尾酒。
So right now, actually, one of my favorite fruit to work with is watermelon. There is nothing as cooling as watermelon in summer. You know, you just want to bite into a fresh watermelon slice. And so we just basically transform the watermelon. So we work it several ways. The idea is just, in the end, a watermelon gin and tonic. There is a hint of sourness, a hint of sweetness, and then you have that fragrant watermelon with a tonic bitterness that makes it very, very refreshing.
Ooh, my man, that sounds incredibly delicious right now. I'm going to have to come in and try that. I've always been a big fan of the Jinjin Mule that you guys have, and that is my go-to drink at R&D.
It's a lovely modern classic. Gin, lime, mint, and a homemade spicy ginger beer. Same, one of those very summery, refreshing drink.
Yeah, man. And so you also make a ton of your ingredients in-house, is that correct?
Yeah. Our philosophy is we like to find the raw ingredient, be it a fruit, a spice, and a herb, and then our job, part of the R&D process, is to turn it into a liquid and feature it into a cocktail.
I love that, man. Well, yeah, so anyone out there listening who needs a nice little summer cocktail, make sure to check out R&D. So, my man, do you mind then if we kind of talk more about your life in the terms of language? You were saying you came to Taiwan about 12 years ago, is that correct?
听了那么多关于调酒的分享之后，相信大家想必也开始对这位来自法国的 Yann 感到好奇。你们知道吗？他其实第一次来台湾的时候是12年前耶。哇，12年前我都还不知道在干嘛。那他是为什么后来回到法国之后又决定再回来台湾嘞？Yann 说他大学的主修，他的 majors 是中文和英文，觉得说应该要回到台湾这里，好好运用他的语言能力，跳脱舒适圈才对。所以呢，就决定回来这美丽的福尔摩沙宝岛。不过是说他当时还在念大学的时候，就已经有打算要来亚洲住了吗？是为什么会想要念中文念英文呢？其实是因为他从小就很想以后长大要在海外住1年，但不想要去西语系国家，觉得那个挑战性不够，所以就把目标设在亚洲。再加上当时福伦社有提供一个这个来台湾的交换计划，让他最后决定来这里认识台湾。
The first time was 12 years ago, and I stayed for 1 year.
You stayed for 1 year as a part of the Rotary Club, Rotary International?
Yeah, Rotary Youth Exchange Program.
Okay, and was that with Torden?
Not the same year, but same program.
Beautiful. Okay, so you did 1 year 12 years ago, and then went back to France, and then came back to Taiwan. Why?
That's a funny story. I was working in France, and I was actually working in a restaurant. My university major was languages, English and Chinese, and I just felt I have to go back out here, use my language skill, and that's what motivated me. Get out of my comfort zone, leave France, and come back to, Formosa. It's a beautiful island.
It is. That's so interesting. So when you were in France, you were studying Mandarin Chinese. Did you already have kind of an idea that you wanted to be living in Asia? How did the idea to come to study Chinese and English?
Well, that first time with the Rotary Club, I knew as a kid that I was going to live for 1 year abroad. I didn't want to go to a Spanish-speaking country or an English-speaking country. It felt not enough of a challenge at the time. So I went for Asia, and Taiwan. Honestly, at first I didn't know what was Taiwan at all, but it was one of the offering by the Rotary Club, and I couldn't say no. Yes, I was definitely tempted, and that's how I came here the first time. I loved it and couldn't wait to come back.
That is incredible. So, thinking now about all that, you speak Chinese, French, English, and a bit of Spanish. So, pretty much 4 languages under your belt. Can you share kind of any tips or advice? What has helped you over the years?
接下来我们要请这位会法文、英文、中文和西班牙文的语言天才来跟各位分享一些学外语的小撇步。他说一个最好的方法呢，就是看一些简单的英文电视剧，像是 sitcom 这个情境喜剧啦，或是一些演生活情境，可以让你练习日常英文绘画 conversational English 的节目哦。那在看的同时呢，也可以把英文字幕叫出来，这样子你就不但可以练习听力，眼睛也可以同时读英文。Yann说这样子的方法呢，让他的英文单字量进步很多 ，improved tremendously。不过他说，如果你想要进步快一点的话，就要尽量把自己丢在那个你在学的语言环境里面，因为当你没有办法用自己熟悉的母语去沟通的时候呢，就会被迫一定要练习运用在学的那个语言。
I do believe it's a bit language specific. One of my best advice would be to watch, an easy sitcom, something that features everyday life conversational English. And with that, you use English subtitles. So you listen to English, you read English, and that helped improve my vocabulary tremendously. Otherwise, if you want to learn a language quickly, put yourself in a situation where it's a necessity, you need it. Like communication, we always go back to the easiest form of communication. If you can get away using English or your native language, you are not going to learn. So make sure, you isolate yourself from your native language and you put yourself in a situation where you need to speak that new language.
Great tips and advice there. And that also makes me think kind of now your work at R&D, you are hiring mostly locals. So you are hiring mostly local Taiwanese. So you are speaking Chinese often, right?
在这段访谈中，Yann会提到，因为他们的员工都是台湾人，所以他每天都要说中文。那这样子他的母语法文还会用到吗？那等一下大家会听到Yann回答 rarely 就是几乎很少 on rare occasions 偶尔才会。虽然他还是有些法国的朋友，但日常生活中已经很少会讲法文了。是说毕竟法文也是他的母语啊，这样子长时间下来他会怀念讲法文的时光吗？他说其实有时候看电视节目会听到法文，那这个突然蹦出来的法文反而会让他觉得很怪，想说现在是发生什么事，怎么会有人在讲法文，会一整个不适应那样子的情境。
Yeah, every day with both my staff and my customers, yes.
Yeah, so you are speaking all Chinese now and English pretty much throughout your days. Do you get to speak French much anymore?
Rarely. On rare occasion. I still have a few French friends in the city, but it's true that it's not part of daily life anymore.
That's incredible. So do you miss that at all? Do you ever get feelings of missing French, your mother language?
It's actually odd when sometimes on Netflix there is French TV show and my girlfriend is playing them and it almost feels odd. Like it's out of the ordinary and it captivates my ear and I'm like, what is going on?
Wow, that's fascinating. Yeah, so now I'm thinking even further, what is your kind of thinking process? Are you thinking in French and then translating in Chinese in English, or how does that work now?
所以现在Yann他的脑袋思路是怎么运作的同时有中文、有英文又有法文这样子交织在一起，他是用哪一个语言在思考嘞？Yann说这其实也没有一定答案。像他学调酒的过程中呢，都是用英文在接受训练，所以这方面他比较习惯用英文去思考，不过他有办法用法文去聊调酒这一块。
So it does depend on context. For example, bartending, it's a skill that I always had in English. Like I was trained in English, I learned it in English. So it's actually harder for me to use French when talking about bartending. So, you learn a skill in a language. You know someone in a language. So it gets very, context specific.
That's fascinating. Yeah, I like how you're saying that. So with all your language skills and development over the years, can you think back, though, a little bit to maybe some times where you struggled with the language? Or do you remember any kind of silly, fun stories over the years?
接下来Yann要跟各位分享曾经他在练习英文的时候发生的一个意外小插曲。他说当初刚开始真的用英文对话的时候，常会跟朋友互相开玩笑。那有一次本来是想要说 I hate you， 就是我讨厌你，但因为这个 hate H-A-T-E 这个字开头的字母 H 在法文呢通常是不发音的，所以就不小心把 I hate you 讲成 I ate you A-T-E ate， 意思就瞬间变成是我把你吃了，从本来是自己在开朋友玩笑变成朋友在笑他。不过这些也都是我们在学一个外国语言的过程中无可避免的阶段，从学基本知识到慢慢开始实际运用，中间虽然难免会犯一些小错误，但也是我们加深印象反复练习的大好机会。
I definitely have a couple. When I first started to truly use English, we were often making fun of each other with a bunch of friends. And I would try to say, I hate you. But in French, we don't have the H. It's silent. So I would say, I hate you. And people would just make even more fun of me.
Oh, man, that's so great. I have never heard that. So you were trying to say hate you. Yeah, like I don't like you. And it came out, I want to eat you. I ate you. Oh, man, that's great. Thank you for sharing that. All right, Yann. Well, unfortunately, we are coming to the last question here on NG 英文, and that is, if you could go back in time and talk to a younger Yann before you were nicknamed maybe as Frenchie, would there be any advice you give yourself about language or life?
访谈最后，我们一样要来问问 Yann， 如果可以时光倒流回到过去，他有没有什么话、什么建议会想要跟以前的自己说呢？ Yann 提到说他想要告诉自己 It's all going to be okay， 一切都会没事的。人生嘛，难免会起起伏伏，会有一些 ups and downs， 但是不用太在意啦，人生还是要过，日子还是要继续，最后一切都会没事的。那我们赶快来听听访谈最后这段分享吧。
It's all gonna be okay. Like, in the end, life goes through ups and downs, but you should never get too attached to those. Like, it goes forward, and don't worry, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, man, I think that's very fitting for the time we are kind of living in right now. It's all going to be okay. Yeah, and you see, there's ups, there's downs, but it all actually just keeps going forward. Well said, well said. You are a poet. All right, my man. Well, where can people find R&D or anything online? Can you share about that?
Well, we are on 嘉兴街36号.
36号.
Otherwise, R&D Taipei on Instagram, or we are on Facebook. Pretty easy to find us.
All right, R&D, research and development. Go check it out if you guys want to enjoy the finer tastes in life. You brought a few friends, some of our old-time friends, as we found out we had a few special listeners out in Taoyuan that we want to give a little special shout-out to. So, guys, can you all say a few things here to our friends out in Taoyuan?
I just wanted to give a quick shout-out to my buddy down in Taoyuan. The whole city's been thinking about you. Miss you a ton.
Don't you miss the R&D fish taco?
Can't wait to see you, brother. Miss you.
Poulet, we miss you, and hang in there, stay positive.
Poulet, je t'embrasse et on pense très fort à toi.
宝贝，加油，我们爱你。
Coucou poulet, je pense fort à toi, tu me manques et il me tarde de retrouver.
Hey buddy, miss you a lot, can't wait to see you.
Brother Bear, we all miss you and love you dearly. We're thinking of you. All right, Yann. Well, thank you again, my man, for coming in, and I'll see you soon at R&D.
I'll be happy to share a drink with you.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. Shout out to Taoyuan. Peace. That is our NG Ingwen show for today. We hope everyone enjoyed listening to that. Don't forget to connect with us on Instagram or Facebook. You can search NG Ingwen, or you can search NG English ICRT. And make sure to tune in each week, Wednesday morning from 6:30 to 7, and Wednesday night from 9 to 9:30. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
好，那我们今天西平方的节目 NG 英文就到这边告一段落啦，感谢大家的收听，别忘了到 IG 搜寻我们的粉丝专页 NG 底线 English 再底线 ICRT。那大家也要记得每周三早上6点半到7点，或是晚上9点到9点半，把广播调到 ICRT 频道 FM 100，准时收听我们节目哦。那也欢迎大家上网搜寻西平方的攻其不备课程，或者是呢到我们西平方的官网多读一些有关 NG 英文的专栏文章，看看在 NG 英文里面的专栏有没有哪些是大家可以吸收学起来的一些小 pebble 哦。我们下次见了，拜拜。